So we're still waiting on Solo. He's busy. I think he said contractors came over. Turn the fucking air on. Okay. So, what's up? So, I'm waiting on a friend of mine. We're gonna be. So, I just filmed another like sophisticated black men discussion earlier, I think last week, but I ended up going to the hospital because I had huge tummy pain because the muscles around my intestine were fucking cramping. So we didn't get to finish it, and today is gonna be the second half of that. So can I share my screen? Can I just do the entire screen? Allow. Okay. In business. So yeah, I think he's just gonna hop on in a minute. But it's the C-SIGs. I don't know what that means. It's the C-SIGs. Do I think what is the cigarettes? I'm talking about my voice. Oh, my stomach. No, dude, I haven't actually smoked those cigarettes in it's been probably like 2 months. The fucking actually, let me look if he has any more. First of all, my voice is gone because I think I was sick this weekend, maybe, or I had karaoke and went to a party, so that might have been the case. But this guy I buy them from, look, entire screen. They're always gone. Out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. They've been out of stock for like fucking 2 weeks. So this has said this for like 2 weeks now. So I literally can't even get any, even if I wanted any. But they were first of all, they were tea cigarettes. It wasn't tobacco. So it wasn't even like, definitely could have been worse. Yeah. Honestly, I was too scared of vaping because I knew I wasn't strong enough to not get addicted, and I was like, I really don't want to pay that $20 because I know if I do start, I wouldn't be able to stop. It's pretty much no chance. So I don't know how I got so lucky, but there's this actually, if you're trying to hop off, I have a recommendation. Let me see here. Let's go to the history. So, a couple months ago, I watched this video. It was actually super interesting. Okay. This guy, his name's Ben Thompson. And so what he did was he started vaping, got legitimately addicted, and then stopped successfully. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend watching this. But I think he's done. Like, it's pretty insane. I mean, if I was you, I'd take that as legitimate advice because it's an actual case of somebody fixing that problem. So I mean, he'll be here in a sec. I don't know, but till then, how's everybody's day going? Oh, he just texted me. He'll be on in less than 10 minutes, so I guess I gotta keep this going for 10 minutes. Yeah, how's everybody's day going? What's up? What's everybody doing? All right. Oh yeah. CBA. What is a CBA? What is a CBA? I don't know what that is. Been editing from 12 all the way to 8. Damn, editing? What do you edit? Do you like the 12 to 8 schedule? Like, is that a cool schedule? Okay. I feel like word. So what do you do when you're done with your shit? Do you get paid like per project, or do you get paid like at the end of the week? Because if it's for influencers, I don't know. I'm assuming you're solo, so it'd be you get paid per project. Sounds kind of cool if you built it yourself. Oh, agency. Word. It's pretty cool though. Sick. What kind of edits do you do? I don't really know what to do in the meantime. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Word. It's cool. Um, don't know what to say about editing. I actually had a Vine account when I was like 14. I had a sick Vine account, and I think I had 9,000 followers, and at the time, that was a lot. It was a lot at the time, and then the fucking app closed. They shut down. That was also the first place I saw porn. That was weird. It was like some dudes. It was like because I think at the time Vine didn't block sexual content, so you could just put your cock on the fucking app. It was crazy. That's cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, shout out Dub Smash. Eating chopped up sweet potatoes. Yeah, Solo is he's gonna be here soon, but we're gonna be talking about all types of religion. Oh, I have a question. So whoever's here. So the Jehovah's Witnesses came yesterday, and we were talking about Jesus and the crucifixion and the fucking him rising, et cetera, et cetera. And then we got to Mary and the Virgin Mary. And basically they were trying to tell me that, okay, if God can make the world, he can do anything. He can make a virgin pregnant. That was the argument. And I was like, okay, this is a pretty weak argument because typically the Jehovah's Witnesses surprisingly use tons of logic and reasoning to come to conclusions about like existential questions like how God's mind works and things like that, right? So like if I'm asking him a question about what a soul is, he'll be able to tell me an answer that's satisfying. That's a lot less than just, oh, you wouldn't get it, or a lot more than just, oh, you wouldn't get it. It's a God. Anyway, my point is that was a weak argument. It was like, oh well, God does it, and I was like, okay, well that doesn't make any sense. And he came the same way. He left the same way, right? So he came into the Virgin, and then left, and the body was gone. And he said the normal body, human body, changed to a spirit body. Didn't make any fucking sense. But I looked it up, and there's a documentary on, I think it was the History Channel, and there's a guy, a scientist, who was legitimately explaining how the odds are not zero that that could happen with a human because it's happened with other organisms wherein they're fertilized without sperm. So the odds are not zero that that's the case. So okay, possible on the birth, right? But on the death, where the fuck does the body go? The bones, everything's gone, right? So I mean, what is it? Does it materialize into nothing? That's what they were saying. That he said you know in Star Trek when they beam you, and I was like, yeah, the movie. That's not a really. Do you think it's really the man above you, or do you think it's from natural cause? Are you talking about the death of Jesus and the birth of Jesus, or I don't know. Well, to what to the pregnancy? Well, I mean, what's the difference? Because natural cause would be caused from the man above. So I think they're kind of linked. And this is what I talked about in a video that I think is going to come out in a couple days. I had a spiritual update video that I filmed. So there's this philosopher named Spinoza who was around for I think like 1600s maybe, not super long ago, not like Seneca, but 1600s. And his whole idea on God and life and creation was that nature and God were essentially synonymous, wherein you could replace the word God with nature and still satisfy the terms of a higher power. That is what he believed in. And so that's kind of where I'm leaning right now. So to answer your question, do you think it's really true? Do you think it's really the man above, or do you think it's from natural cause? I'd say both. Well, I don't know if it's a man. I think it's agender, but I do think there's something there. Um, Primarily because for something to exist, something has to exist outside of it, so that there can be a place for it to exist in. I feel like that's true. So, like for an ecosystem to progress, there has to be conditions in which this ecosystem can progress under. So let's say if we call the universe an ecosystem, something has to exist outside of it. I would say I'm a Christian, but not as strong as I could be. I feel like I need to look into this more. Hey, stick around. If you fucking have an hour, Solo will be here soon. He's a fucking I think he's basically traditional Christian, and I'm a theist. So, which is a little bit more. I think like we look to science a little bit more. I don't know if it's a we. I'm not. I'm. There's no doctrine for theism, but we'll just talk about kind of the Bible and fucking the studies I've had with the Jehovah's Witnesses, and he'll be able to answer some of my questions from his perspective. And he's also has a degree in physics, so he's that's what one of the questions I asked him a while ago actually was, so with your degree in physics, given your degree in physics and your faith, has it made your faith weaker or stronger? Because as you know, like physics is one of those degrees that focuses specifically on science, almost exclusively. Well, I'd probably say exclusively, right? There's no real opinions you can have on physics unless there really aren't, because I think that's all truths, right? So my question was like, discovering all these things about the Bible and things like that, where it's kind of vague language and stories. How's it helped you? Anyways, was was you also confused about religion at one point, or you still are? Um, about what are you talking about? It's a very broad question. Um, are you asking specifically about a belief I have, or because I understand the concept of religion as a whole? I know what a religion is. So if you're asking about if I'm confused on my faith or what I believe in, I'm always learning, but I definitely think I've come to some conclusions that I feel like are more accurate than others. But I started questioning when I was like probably 14 in high school, because we had a speech and debate class, and there was like a bunch of, I think there were like probably 3 or 4 atheists in the class. I'd never met atheists before. In speech and debate, all you do is really talk. And so we were just having a bunch of conversations, and I was like, oh, these are different perspectives than the ones I've always seen. So I started questioning, and then a lot of my questions didn't get answers, and I fell away from I guess faith in general for a really long time. And I went to college. I didn't really go to church. I didn't have probably time to go to church. Didn't make any time. Definitely wasn't a priority. And now I talk to these Jehovah's Witnesses. They come in once a week and they answer questions I have, and then I talk to Solo, and I do kind of my own research and listen to a lot of Jordan Peterson and uh, people who are in general theists and can explain things logically very well. So I mean, I guess technically I'm still confused, because when are you not? I mean, there's plenty of people who are Christians that are still confused on things in general, that they either don't know because they've never read a page of the fucking Bible in their life, or that I guess maybe they're too lazy to figure out and just kind of are fine with blindly believing. But to me, that's kind of lazy. I think believing for the sake of believing isn't belief at all. I think you have to understand something to believe in it. So, because then you truly can't believe in it. You can believe in, I guess, the surface concept of it, or the surface level concept of it. But is that really something? It's like, is the surface level concept of a thing really that thing? I don't think so. So to believe in something completely, me personally, I believe you should understand all of it, or at least as much as possible. So that's kind of the mission here. But yeah. So I mean, he said I'll be here soon. For the 2 people, there's 3 people just joining in. There's going to be discussion soon with me and a friend of mine. I decided to go live instead of, I guess, recording it and posting it later, because this is kind of cool. I do like reading the chat. It's kind of sick. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, um, hell yeah. They're also telling me, what did they tell me yesterday? They told me yesterday that I guess I can warm up my brain for this since I have the free time. They were talking about yesterday how like Jews don't believe that Mary was not pregnated naturally. So that's what they told me yesterday. I don't know if that's even true with Jews, but who knows? But yeah. All right. Yeah, definitely. It's pretty sick, dude. What are the biggest questions in your life right now, you think? How do you think so? How do you think your work goes against God? It's interesting. Very explicit. Can't really say because I've signed an NDA. Um. Okay. Well, guess it kind of depends. Well, at least you understand it. Yeah, I definitely understand. So, I mean, if you so in my opinion, like it's hard to it's almost impossible to escape, I guess, sin in general. So it's like, okay, let's say for example, you have like debt that you have to pay off, and then you pull an Andrew Tate and you take advantage of opportunities that you could have probably avoided just to get this debt paid off, and then you move on with your life, pay for your sins, and move on. It's like that's one option. Um, who knows what the payment will be? It could be anything. It could be maybe I don't know. It could be fucking anything, but it's like expect that payment to occur. And if maybe that's one of those options you need to weigh is like, okay, is it worth it? And if not, then hop out. Like if it's fucking with your brain and your mind, it's like yeah, definitely leave because that's necessary. These termite people are about to do some work. I don't want to keep you waiting. If you got something to do, not sure how long it'll be. Okay. Just let me know, bro. I'm chilling right now. So he says there's termite people. I don't know, but yeah, this is dope. Maybe I'll do these lives more often. This is pretty sick. So, well, what do you think the effect of? What do you think is the worst case scenario of you with this job, with being um, as confidential as possible? I guess in your answer, what do you think is like the worst thing that could happen? Yeah, maybe that'll be motivating. Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah, bro. And you know what the crazy thing is? Like, so, dude, I've thought about this before. So you know how people, okay, check out this theory. I want to know what you think. So, do you know how when sometimes there's like successful people and they'll say, "Oh, 20 years ago I had $2 in my pocket. I couldn't get gas. I was getting 50% or 50 cents at the station, yada yada. I fucking had noodles." And then they built this empire, but there was a bottom. It's like so to even see the top of a mountain, you have to be at an angle where you know you're not at the top, right? So imagine if this is the bottom of the mountain. Please stick with me. This is the bottom of the mountain. This is the top of the mountain. For example, $1,000,000, $0, right? What if you start here and you're not as motivated because there's not much to climb? So you're like, I'll just chill. This is fine. The view's nice. Is that not a curse? Being so privileged you don't even want to succeed? Because it's like, that's out of your control. Do you think? So here's what I'm saying. I'm saying like maybe you should get fired on purpose, have no backup plan, and it would be crazy. It'd be insane. People would look at you crazy, be like, "Oh my god, you're a retard." Yeah. But listen, you be a shithead. You get fired on purpose. Start at the bottom, and then allow the lessons to have an impact on you. And then, so it's a toss up. You could fail, right? This is terrible. It's just a theory. But it's like if you do succeed, it would be the best. It would be better success than if you kept the job and then tried to succeed. Does that make sense? If you had nothing and had to get to point C, it would be easier to be motivated than if you were at point B. That's what I'm saying, like in between. So I don't know. I've thought about that. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm kind of afraid to apply that, right? Because I don't know. It's like I feel like kind of I'm talking to myself and I go, okay, am I actually justifying laziness, or is this 1,000 IQ play, or is it 1,000 IQ play to justify laziness? You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know, but yeah. In short, it's like you rather be where you are now or be in a position where you go through the unknown and use brain cells to get where you need to be. Would you rather be where you are now or be in a position where you? Yes, right. It's like it's as if like, is there a way I can purposely make my life worse? Just like endurably worse, not in a way where it's like you can't live anymore, but just like can I make my life a little shittier so that I feel the need to leave? Yeah, it is a thought. Yeah, fuck that shit. That's what the channel's about. It's about thinking. Hell yeah. But damn, I don't know. I might watch some of this. There's this Netflix documentary I'm watching on fucking Netflix as of last night called Chimp Empire. It's called fucking Chimp Empire, and it's pretty sick. So might hop off here and watch some of that. And if Solo comes on later, then we'll stream. But if not, I might catch you later, bruh. Peace, yo.